How's it going, everyone? In this video, we are going to be working on the 94 Cummins, and despite the comments, we are going to swap a factory bed, which is right behind me, onto this truck to shed some weight off of it. Because every time I drive it over a bump, it bobs up and down, shakes back and forth like a sailboat. To figure out exactly how much weight we're shedding off of this truck by changing the bed, we went ahead and brought the truck by a scale and found out that it weighs a little over 7,000 pounds. So once the factory style bed is on this truck, we're gonna see how much weight we've actually taken off of it. The deal is, our good friend David Morrow will trade me a factory bed and cash in exchange for my utility box so that he can build himself a new project truck. So David is the kind of guy that can get a lot of use out of the type of utility box that's on the back of my truck, a lot more use out of it than I can get. And he actually already has some plans for it, don't you?
Well, yeah, about the time that you posted the video on your truck and said that you were thinking about getting rid of the bed, I sent you an email right away and I said, hey Case, I think I got the perfect spot for it. And I saw this truck on Craigslist, and it was an old Department of Wildlife, I think maybe a Fish and Game or maybe a game warden's truck. And it's got a 454 and a 5-speed, and I thought, shoot, man, that would be the perfect overlanding rig. It's a single cab, regular box, and it only had 103,000 miles on it. My $2,000 truck, my $1,500 camper, and Case has given me a great deal on the bed, and we're going to put them all together and make an overland rig.
As per usual, I've got my roommate Connor here helping me with the truck because he's a much more qualified wrench than I am. Isn't that right, Connor?
Showed up! That one had a little rust into it.
Yeah, the tractor struggled just a little bit. I could tell it was heavy just by feeling it, but it came off. I'm gonna guess, what are you gonna guess, Connor?
I don't know, it's gotta be close to like 1,800 pounds.
Yeah, I was gonna say it could even push 2,000. It could be a ton.
Now we can also get a better look at what it kind of looks like underneath everything, and it's just about as clean as we probably expected. There's a little dirt on top of it, but look how nice everything is. So right now we're sorting through the wiring, but I had to run and grab the camera because it's snowing here in Colorado.
And we're
It's not really. It's cottonwood.
Cottonwood.
These trees just
nasty.
Oh
Every year we got to put up with it for about a week.
I can't believe how much there is here. I've never seen it like this.
In my eyeballs.
So those of you who don't know, there's a male cottonwood tree and a female cottonwood tree, and it just so happens the female's the one that gives off the cotton, of course. I think every stinking one of these trees is female. So while we've got the bed off the truck, we might as well go ahead and pressure wash it real quick before we put the new bed on. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. As is becoming tradition, every time that we swap beds on these trucks, we're gonna go ahead and do a little burnout. I actually did one earlier, but apparently it was too wimpy, so we're gonna do it again.
I'm gonna start bolting up this bed, and I'm making Connor hold the camera because so far he's been the one getting to mess with the truck and I've just been holding the camera. So, it's happening. Nice.
Wow.
Wow. We work on trucks. So we're finding with this second gen bed, unsurprisingly as a lot of these trucks are, there's some rust in it.
What I did was I took a flapper disc. It's a 60 grit flapper. Quickly just to kind of started hitting where the surface rust was coming through here. As soon as we started hitting it, you know, it starts flaking and chipping off, and then you can start to see where it starts to create these hot spots. And that's how you know that the metal is super thin right there. So what we are seeing here on this backside starting to come to the surface, that means that the metal is super thin right here. And essentially, if you were to make any of this actually go away for a really long time, all of this rot on the backside also has to get removed in the process. So essentially, this entire wheel arch coming all the way back to this backside here has rot on the backside of it, and in order to stop that permanently, we need to get all that removed.
Luckily for us, rust is as common as Ram logos on these trucks, which means we were able to find inexpensive patch panels that will fix the rust over the wheel arches so that the truck can go in for paint. The question is, will the scale show a weight saving that makes this bed swap worthwhile? Let's find out. As we speak, we are rolling onto the scale and we're about to look out the window. So with Connor behind the camera and I in the truck, you can see it's 6,340 pounds, but let's see how much it weighs when we get out. So there you have it, 6,020 pounds. That means we shaved exactly 1,100 pounds off of this truck by changing the bed. And sure, we switched out a really nicely built bed that was in good shape for a bed that has some rust on it, and that's something that we have to address. In the meantime, I am so excited to have my truck weighing so much less. It drives way better, it sounds way better because there's not as much in between me and the exhaust pipe. We're stoked to have this the way that it is right now, and I'm excited to get to the point where I can do some body work and make it start to look good. And I have to give a huge thank you to Connor and to David for helping me out with this project, because the whole time I was messing around with the camera, they were working on my truck, so I can't say thanks enough. And if you want to see more cool projects, go ahead and check out David's channel, Going Off the Rails. It's really cool. He gets to do a lot of fun stuff on his property, which you can probably tell. But anyways, that's all for this video. As always, this is Case with the Fastlane Classics. Be sure to go back to tflcar.com for more news, views, and real-world reviews. Thanks for watching, and stay safe.
Hey TFL, how's it going? This is my 1994 Dodge Dakota Sport regular cab V8 Magnum. Has a 5.2 liter or 318 small block Magnum, fuel injected. This truck is 26 years old and the paint is immaculate. I do wash it all the time, do take care of it well. It's just a short bed, 6-foot bed. Got a little toolbox in there just because it is a regular cab and not much room. Got 31-inch BFG all-terrain KO2s right there. This truck is a 4x4 with a 5-speed manual. I'll show you my mileage and my dash. Got 208,833. I did watch one of your other videos and said you had no submissions of a first-gen Dakota. A lot of them are all beat up, and this one's in really good shape, so I thought I'd show you guys. Thanks for watching.